It's time to learn, repair, and maintain everything coffee. Instructional videos brought to you by WholeLatteLove.com.
Hi, I'm Todd with Whole Latte Love. Got Marc behind the camera.
Todd, what are we doing?
Today we're going to take a look at how to calibrate and clean the burrs on a Ceado E37S.
And you really, honestly, don't have to calibrate, right? Sort of?
Correct,
Mostly?
It's not calibrating. I
Yeah.
guess that's a silly thing to say, but people like to think of that a lot when they, well, I got to clean and calibrate my grinder.
Right.
But you don't have to do that with this one, because when you take this upper burr plate off, and you put it back on, it's the exact same setting as when you took it off.
Yeah, because we got one over there, right? And it's kind of it's different than a lot of grinders.
So here's your adjustment, all internal there.
Yep.
And when you bolt this back on there, it's exactly where it was.
Yep. And this is one of your favorite grinders, I've heard.
Yes, it is.
So.
Okay, first thing we got to do, we'll close the trap door on your bean hopper.
Get the coffee
and we'll
out.
grind all the beans out. Almost there. Okay. And what I'll do is I will open this SCC control. Just make that open. That'll help clean it out a little bit.
And that's about 1/8 of a turn clockwise.
Right.
So
We do have other videos about that control, but okay, so that's done there. We'll pull your bean hopper off, set it someplace where it won't dump over and lose the rest of your beans on the counter. I'm going to try and move quick because this could be a longer video. So you pull this ring off here. Then we have 3 Phillips head screws here we're going to pull out. Make sure you use a large Phillips head screwdriver. Always use a screwdriver that actually fits for this. Actually, for everything you're doing, it's a good idea. So you don't strip anything. Oh, turn the grinder off.
Yes.
I always seem to do that safety
Those
first
little
stuff.
details. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I've got to move that because my lever was in front of this screw. And one quick note. This grinder was dialed in for espresso with this lever here. So normally what you should do, if that's dialed in, undo these 2 screws here, put the lever back in the center, put the screws back in.
Oh, okay.
So that way you have more adjustment this, right and left. Okay, so we'll pull the top off.
Okay.
And then you can see your burrs here.
Well, that one's pretty clean.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So I'll show how to get that out. Yeah, a couple beans, get them out of here. So you get a screwdriver in there. You have to get a screwdriver down in here to hold this, right where that chute is. Then turn these.
And those are in there fairly tight, right?
Yeah, some of them are. See, if you try and turn this without putting a screwdriver in there, you won't be able to turn it because the whole...
Right. The whole thing's going to move around.
Yeah. Is my hand in your way there?
Oh, I can kind of see that. You got it going.
Not the prettiest hand in the world, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll get those out.
I'll get you a manicure for your birthday.
Sign me up. It'd be one of those things like, which one of these is not like the others?
Yeah.
It's like, hello, ladies, I'm here. Okay, so now getting this off, it can be kind of tricky because you can't get in there. So we found that you take a screwdriver.
They get a little leverage somewhere, right?
Get some leverage, pry up on one side.
There you go.
I can get this. Hold it with your fingers, then pry up on the other side, and you get it right out.
Okay.
Okay, so there's that burr. Then we'll take this one out over here. These are pretty tight. Put your screws in a spot where you won't lose them.
And having the right size screwdriver really helps.
Yeah. If you're trying to use this, you'd bend your screwdriver or you'd end up stripping something. Wow, that one's in. Okay. So you can take them right out, brush them out real good. You know, if it's really caked in there, let's say you're one of those people like the oily beans, you can soak this little kefita with water for a little bit, and that'll loosen it right up, and you can vacuum it out. In fact, that would probably work really good on this also here. And you can vacuum this out.
Kefisa, that's an Ernex product that we carry.
That's correct. So let me vacuum here. Don't vacuum up your screws.
Yep.
Okay.
And the same thing over
And
here.
yeah,
wipe
same
that
thing
off.
here. Yeah, we'll vacuum in there, and then we'll try and vacuum out the chute. First, we'll get up top. Get all these little pieces here,
Yep.
and we'll suck out in here. And stick your brush in there. Remember, this is open. So it really comes out, get it as clean as you can or as clean as you want. You know, I'm not going to take all the time here to do that because this could be a long video. But we'll get them brushed out here and do a little vacuuming.
So it would be, so Kafisa is great for getting, you know, really gooked up stuff off of there.
Correct. And then just dry them real good. Don't soak them for too long. Just a little bit to get it cleaned off. Then rinse them off good. Then dry them off real good.
Okay.
And then we'll just put it together.
And do we have a recommendation on, you know, like how often you might do this, or is there, you know, some signs that you should?
Well, you don't really have to do it very often because the coffee gets replaced.
Right.
It depends on your bean. If you're using oily beans, you're going to want to get in there.
Right.
But I'm guessing most of our customers don't use the oily beans. You know, I didn't do a great job of cleaning this. I'm just trying to keep moving here.
Right. Right.
Plus, we like to do the one-take videos. I'll show you what it's really like in there. I'm just going to snug these first.
Then you use the screwdriver again to kind of hold it in place. And they get torqued down pretty good.
Mm-hmm. One, 2, and 3. Now I know it's not real clean in there. I just got to keep moving, but you can have all the time in the world at home to do it.
Right.
Oops.
So I like that tip. If you're, you know, if you got your little grind adjust kind of close to one side, you know you're dialed pretty in for a coffee. You use a lot. Why not center that up while you've got this off?
Yeah, definitely. Right? Mm-hmm. And while we're putting this together, you know, the SCC control, the anti-static and clumping control here. You know, you mentioned in some other videos, you kind of like to use this normally in the all the way closed position.
Yeah.
Seems to give the best job. But if you have any questions, you find your coffee spraying out, or if it's clumping, we do have the videos on how that works. Okay, so that's all back together. Put her on. This is one of the really, really nice features of the E37 grinder, is that once you're done with this,
no recal.
You don't have to waste a whole ton of coffee getting it dialed back in again.
And also, I like that those, you know, that the threads are kind of sealed up in that top Burr adjustment, so that you know coffee doesn't get gunked up in the threads and make it hard to adjust. They're always real.
And you never cross thread them when you're trying to put them back together.
Right.
Now, you may notice what I'm doing is here. I'm just snugging each one. I'm not cranking them down yet. Snug each one.
Yep.
Then you go back and
then go back.
give it a nice turn on there. That on. Get our beans back in there.
And that's
Open her up. Turn her on. And now I'm going to get this SCC control closed down again. And we'll get it going. Get it all primed up. And we're good to go.
all right.
Okay. Well, Mark, do you think we covered everything?
Yeah, and you know, in under 10 minutes, so there's that.
Perfect. Okay, so that's how to clean and not really have to calibrate a Ceado E37 grinder. Thanks for watching. E37S.
E37S.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Hey, why not subscribe now for easy free access to more videos on everything coffee, brought to you by WholeLatteLove.com.